Hello everyone, welcome to the introductory session for CAT 2020. MBA 2019 is over, season is over, so soon everyone will be starting for 2020 CAT 2020 preparation. So some points I want to mention what should be your preparation for the next 3 months, how you should to prepare. So before going into that, I would like to introduce a CAT pattern. What is the CAT pattern? So in CAT there are basically three sections: VARC, DILR and QA section. So in these sections, marking scheme is very simple. For the right answers, you will get +3, and for the negative marks, you will get -1. So in VARC, there are 34 questions. So each question 3 marks, total 102 marks, and for DLR, there are 32 questions, and that will count to 96 marks. For QA, again 34 questions and 102 marks. So overall question paper is of 300 marks. So what percentile you are aiming and what marks you should get to get that percentile? So this is the trend of previous last 2-3 years that we have seen in the CAT, that 99 percentile, that is around 150 to 160 marks. This year perhaps 158 or something is the marks at which this is the scaled marks at which you will get 99 percentile. So raw score will be around 155 or something. This remains between 150 to 160. Okay, for 99.5 percentile, raw score will be 165, between 165 to 160. So this was about the CAT examination. Let's talk about the what should be your 3 months strategy and how you should go about your preparation so that you can achieve maximum of your potential in the CAT examination. So before starting your CAT preparation, I would suggest you in the beginning you can write a mock and get to know your potential, get to know your strengths and what are your weakness. But suppose you are not a if you are from a math background, you can get good marks in content DLR perhaps. But if you're not from math background, I would not suggest you to just write mock right now. I will suggest you go give yourself a preparation of about 1 month or 2-3 months, and after that start writing mocks. Then you will get the confidence. Else, right now, if you write mock, you may not get very good marks. It may demotivate you. So it will be better do some preparation. After that, write mocks. Before writing mocks, I will suggest to solve a good number of questions, and after that you can judge yourself what are your preparation. So before starting, I will suggest you go through these strategies. I am going to suggest you something. So these are not the only strategy. This your own pattern follow or any other wells. I am just suggesting. So it may be one of the good strategy that you can follow. Okay. So for VRC, let's talk about the first VRE section. So what this section requires? For section, what it requires? You requires to develop an understanding of different articles, different type of English articles or topics you can understand, like from the RCs maybe from different topics like psychology, like history, like philosophy and economics, anything that can be there in the passages. So you should have a basic understanding of topics related to that, and you should uh, understand what is written there. Comprehending power is very important. You should able to understand, and this will help you solve the questions very easily. So for increasing strengthening your comprehending power, you should follow these things: read. So reading different topics, varieties of topics, will make you comfortable with different types of readings. So that will help you to read the passage easily, and you will get the familiar with different types of vocabulary that is used for different passages. So that will help you. So for this, you should follow A1. A1 is there is a very good collection of essays, and these are essays are around words from 1500 to 3000 to some passages are about 100 words, and this will help you to get comfortable with these types of topics. Psychology today is there. This will let you know the words that are related to the psychology and philosophy. So follow these two. Read daily articles from here. You must read 1 or 2 articles daily from psychology today. Has a very small articles, so you can easily read 2 or 3 articles in 15 to 20 minutes. For even you can read 1 or 2 articles and the Hindu editorial. That will not help in the your understanding of different topics, but it will also help in the general awareness. You will be aware about the different ongoings around the world. So these part must do on the daily basis for increasing your comprehending power. And apart from that, you must practice your critical reasoning questions. Nowadays you must have seen that in CAT there are no critical reasoning question, there are no that type of question, inference or judgment, something like that. But in the RCs you will get that type of questions. On the basis of, you will have given a statement that on the basis of this passage what is the inference, what strength or weakening type of questions are there, that in the form of RCs. So when you solve critical reasoning question, it make you understand the statements in a better way. So practice daily critical reasoning questions. You will get it online, you can search it, and you may follow any book from any coaching material that will help you to solve these type of questions. And also apart from that, you must practice daily VA questions like parasumble and para completion, and also there is para summary. These type of questions you should follow on a daily basis. You will solve this question. So in a 1 month or 2 month you will be very comfortable with this type of question. So if you are following these things for next 2 or 3 months, your VARC will be very good and you will be able to score a good score. And about VARC section, let's move to the DLR section. So DLR section is a section which is a common play for all persons. There maybe you are from any background, commerce background or non-engineering background or engineering background. So these type of questions, so what it requires a sense of logic and making sense of given data. So these types of very, you must have seen that from the last 3-4 years DLR has been a toughest section. But this year difficulty level was little bit down, not that but little bit down. So for DLR you cannot have any proper strategy or something like that. Like can't you learn the simple formulas or something that and you will be able to solve problems. But DLR, it requires a different type of approach. You need to develop a sense of questions on the basis of that. So for developing this type of habit, this type of things in your mind, you must do first of all you go through different types of data sets all there, like table, graph, bar chart and pie chart are there. Different types of data sets, you must be familiar with different element. Like this year there was a graph like pyramid, something like that graph. So you must understand these different types of graphs. So once you are familiar with different types of graphs, you can go on with solving different questions after that, and solve daily Sudoku. So this is important because this different types of things you learn when you are solving a Sudoku puzzle. You will apply different hooks and crooks, different strategies. You will put number here and there, and you will think in a forward manner. You will understand what can be next move and different types of, so your brain will get in a habit of these things. So these type of things will help you develop a logical sense in yours. So this is the important. Solve daily Sudoku. You can get it on app, or you can solve it on a newspaper daily. You can get it in any newspaper, it is there. So this is the important thing. And other thing is that once you are have knowledge of different types of data, like these data, table, bar and pie chart and all other data is there, and you must know all the reasoning concepts that are like seating arrangement concept, arrangement and seating arrangement, and like calendar concept are also there. But I don't think calendar come in CAT, but for other MBA examination. So these concepts, once you understand this concept, then you solve basic questions. After that you can solve previous year mocks paper. Previous year, past 2 year mocks are sufficient. You can solve only last year mocks and you solve all the mocks this year. That will be sufficient. Solve daily 5 to 6 sets, so that you can get a habit of it. This was all about DLR. Oh, one thing more, for DLR you can also follow any one material. Follow just one material from, it may be from any coaching institute or any reputed book. Follow just one book, solve questions from there, and move on to the previous year mocks. Solve basic questions, just read their theory there and solve basic questions. Okay, after that move on to the previous year mocks. Okay, so this is the total strategy for the DLR. Now let's move to the quant section. So quant section, it has been past always said that it is the section where the engineers always perform better than others, than non-engineers. But in the 4 to 5 year, it has been a trend that this section has been a little bit on the easier side. So it can be a level playing field for the everyone. For the non-engineers also perform good in this section. It has been also seen last few years that non-engineers are also performing very good in this section. So you must not afraid of this section, as questions are on the understanding of the 10th level concepts. So these are very easier. If you understand the concept, then you solve the question, it will be very good for you. So what are the topics that under come the cons? That are the numbers, number system, and arithmetic. This is the major chunk nowadays. So arithmetic and algebra, geometry, and PNC, and probability. So major portion is from arithmetic nowadays, and there are the questions on algebra, geometry, and there has been a one or two questions from numbers, and mostly one or two questions are also from PNC and probability. So major chunk is arithmetic. If you perform well in the arithmetic, you can solve all the questions in the arithmetic, that are around 12 to 14 questions that will be from arithmetic. You can easily score a good percentile in this section. So for scoring very good marks in this section, you must know all the concepts, all the maths concept, basic understanding of arithmetic concept, that is important there. So what should you follow strategies for the next 3 months? How you should prepare for this section? So one thing I will say, learn, practice, revise, practice. So you first, you once you learn a topic, you must practice that topic. If you only learn the concept and you does not practice the questions from there, you will forget that concept. So it is very important, once you learn a concept, after that practice questions on that topic. Okay, so after learning, you must do continuous revision of that revision. If you don't revision, you will forget the concept after 2 or 3 months. So revision is one of the most important part for the cat. You must do, I will suggest do two three, at least two, and must do 3 revisions before the cat, for all the topics, for all the concept that's are there. And once you revise, again practice. So these are the important thing. One thing is the most important for cat is practice and revision. So revise your all concept at least 2 or 3 times, and daily practice questions, that will help you for the cat. So this is the go through all the topic once. You must go through all these topics. You cannot miss anyone, because you have enough time from now. You can go through all the topics. So once, suppose if you miss any topic, and the question in the cat is easier, that is the easiest question in the, but you have leave the topic, that's why you are not attempting that question, you leave that question. So it may happen, that's why you must go through all the topics. You have enough time from now, so you can go through all the topics. And once you go through all the topics, you know what is your strength and weakness. So suppose algebra is your weakness, so you have enough time from now, you can work on it. So that's the thing, you work on your weakness from now. There is enough time for your making strength your weakness. Okay, so one more important thing, don't solve questions random from anywhere. First finish all the topics, after that complete any one material, complete any one material, and do marks there the good question, that question you come across you are not able to solve on the first go, mark that question during revision, solve that questions again. So you must have a variety of questions, solve one material that have a variety of questions. So this is the only thing. After that you can solve random questions. After that, once you have completed your course, you have done revisions and you are enough confident. Okay, so that's it for quant. So this was the overall strategy you should follow for varc, dlr and quant section. So if you follow this strategy for the 3 months, you will be at very good stage for your mocks will be starting from almost from may. So till then you must have finished your course. After that you start, once you start giving mocks, during that time you must revise your concepts and practice. Okay, so that's it for today. Okay, thank